Hey guys, it's Stephen Adwell at AMR Studio, and today I will be working with Jon and Kevin from Rogues Among Us. They got here really late last night. They arrived around 1:30, but that's to be expected. They didn't leave Houston when they planned on, and they had a really long drive. So I'm not really stressing about it. So it's like, I don't know, close to 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Yeah, probably around 10 a.m. I haven't looked at the clock. I'm just waiting for those guys to wake up so we can get sounds and start tracking this EP. Rogues Among Us, they're a really good band. I've worked with them before. I've even toured with them because Jon couldn't go on tour, so I filled in. And that was pretty cool. The van even caught fire, so we had to abandon the tour early. And it seems like every tour I've been on, like, there's been van trouble. Kevin, the bassist, he was actually in one of my bands back in the day. So it's going to be really fun. They got in real late last night, and we hung out for an hour or so before we went to bed. So it was a late night, but, you know, I have a kid, and he wakes up. He's my alarm, and I have to feed him. Otherwise, he's hangry. So I had to wake up at 7. So even with the couple hours of sleep, I still had to wake up. So I'm on Spark Energy and coffee, and so I'm wide awake. Anyway, I've session prepped. I've got the drums set up. I just finished tuning the drums. Jon brought his own snare, so we're gonna tune that up as soon as he wakes up. And you know, today's gonna be a lot of fun. We got 5 songs to track in a couple of days. I've been looking forward to this. This has been in the works. We've been planning this project for about a year. Robert called me before I even finished building the studio and told me all about this project. I don't know if they want people to know this, but there's going to be 4 EPs, and each one tells the story of this dystopian future. So it's going to be really cool, and just going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really, really excited about this project. So without further ado, you'll just see a whole bunch of stuff going on in the studio. We'll take it back after the pause. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to put your talkback mics into the vocal on the mixer. Right. What I need to do is buy microphones with switches, or at least one for the drums. I'm videotaping, so I'm like myself, but I don't want to say anything that would get me in trouble. And I'm not witty, because I was going to say something smart-ass like, but just wasn't coming to my mind. So I think it's going to get really, really experimental and really weird with guitars there.
Yeah, it'll definitely be either of us.
All right, let's do another take of the tune. And on that last part, on this next take, if you can remember, just kind of hit the crash, and you can do that one big swell, but then I kind of want to hear the just cymbals fade out. So that way, like, all of the guitar stuff later could just be, like, all over the place, and there's, like, any sort of cymbal ambience.
Drummers matter, man.
Yeah, we tell ourselves that. Say hi, Kevin.
Hi.
Got some baby deer just playing in my yard. It's going really great. The session's been a lot of fun so far. I just got some new demos with Mark's vocals, and I was pleased to finally hear the vocals on these tracks. I was jamming those just a little bit ago. Rogues Among Us is one of my favorite bands. Not just because I've worked with them in the past, but I mean, how can you not be a fan of a band that you produced a record for and then you toured with them as a substitute musician or or a session guy, and then working with them again on an even cooler project. It's been great so far. So yesterday was a really good day. We had some interesting conversations, and they're still asleep, but we finished tracking. So it's time for me to get editing and get that all finished up so that when Bradley and Robert get here in a couple days, we can just start tracking guitars, and they'll have a nice solid drum bass foundation to play on top of that's super tight and not all loose. So make things sit in the pocket even more. It's going to be a lot of fun. This project's already turning out really cool. Just with the guitar scratch track that Robert set, hearing it in context, it's been pretty cool. I've only heard of like 3 out of the 5 songs. I've only heard 3 songs with vocals on the demos. So 2 of the songs, I don't even know what's going on in the story. So when Mark gets here to track his vocals, like, it's just gonna be one of those things that I'll just roll with. I have no idea what he's got planned. Mark probably has an idea of what he wants to do vocally, but it probably will change once he gets here. That's the burden of being very creative, you know? You just can't settle on something. But once it's on tape, well, not tape, but once it's in Pro Tools, like, and they get the final masters back, like, I mean, that's the song. So they're stuck with it.